All right. Look
What's
at
up?
this. Look at us. All right.
I won.
69 days, huh?
It has been 69 days in the making. That's right. And at last, I am here with Reid Ferguson, Reid and Dan together. Finally, this is our first, hopefully, maybe not last interaction with each other, as close to face as protocols and schedules will allow. So I'm very happy and very thankful to have this time with you. So I just got to say, it's truly been an honor to interact with you over the last couple of weeks and get to know you a little bit more. It's super cool that you've taken the time to interact with me and the fans as well. I just want to say thank you for the fact that we're even here today. So thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. And I will say I only know you as DanK.
That's fine. Hey,
off the bat. This is the first time I'm seeing who Dan is.
Yes, and
Or cross-eyed Josh Allen.
Right. Oh yeah. The more eagle-eyed viewers will see that.
We were eating dinner tonight. My wife and I were eating dinner, and I said, so I've got something. I said I have something later tonight that I need like 30 minutes. She was like, okay, what's the deal? I said, have I told you about this guy on Twitter who's been tweeting me every day for today? I was like, today's day 68. I said, he's doing it for 69 days. Have I told you about it? And I thought I had, but apparently I hadn't. She didn't know who. She had no idea. So I was like, he's been, spreading the brand. It's been great. Like, he's doing a great job. He's making these hilarious videos, tweeting every day. It's like, he's getting a ton of interaction on it from like a lot of people on Bill's Twitter. So I said he wanted to talk to me for a few minutes tonight. So I was like, 30 minutes. I'll do it when you take the baby up. She was like, yeah, no problem. So she said, is he on? She said, he's on Twitter. And I said, yeah. She's like, okay, let me see if I can look him up. So she looked you up. And I think one of the first ones she found was the video, like the first video. Cause I think she clicked the YouTube link that you have with all the videos on it. Mm-hmm. And I think she started, she was in the back seat. I think she started watching like the one, it was a pretty early one where you did like the stand-up comedy skit with like the background clapping and stuff.
Right.
Anyway, she got a kick out of it. She thought some of the videos were hilarious. So you've got her approval, but anyway, she now knows that was just a little background on. But I've had people. I mean, I've had people unrelated are like, "Have you met this guy? Like, do you know this guy?" And I'm like, "I've never met him before. Never met him." So, anyway, glad we could work it out.
No kidding, man. Wow, that's fantastic. That was actually going to be one of my first questions.
I think your impressions are reaching wider than you may realize.
I'm surprised at that awesome Bill's Mafia Babes drive-in event that they had a few weeks ago.
Should have worn my shirt.
We'll show it off for everybody on Twitter in the next few days. I had people come up to me nervously and say, Are you that, like, the Reid guy? Are you the Reid Twitter guy, the DanK guy? And I'm like, oh, look at that. People actually know about that. So, yeah, I've more than tripled my follower account since I started doing this. So that's been a really cool side effect of all of this, I would say. I want to know, if you can think, what were some of your favorite videos that stood out to you the most, maybe? Which ones do you remember are the ones that you enjoyed more?
Well, obviously, I think the first ones that come to mind are the ones in the beginning that were like super cheesy and like super like, I don't even know, like I want to say like choppy cut up, like green screen like behind you right here, like you know what I'm saying. And then I think I don't remember when you sent me a DM and we started going back and forth a little bit, but you said that it was that this was giving you an opportunity to like better yourself and improve like different skills that you had wanted to work on for a while. And I thought that was like, when people have asked me, I'm like, yeah, this guy, like, they're like, is he, is this kind of silly? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but he's taking this opportunity to improve himself in skills that he's wanted to improve. So I that's something I can appreciate. So anyway, I mean, you could definitely see from video 1 to the one you posted today, which was incredible. Even though I've never seen the movie, you could definitely tell that the skills have improved. But
yeah, it's like one of my biggest passions, and I never would have normally forced myself to sit down to learn things. And I've had to get really creative with some of these too. I had to.
You really have. I mean, there's some days where I'm like, what on earth is he gonna come up with next?
Every idea is made and written and shot and edited and posted the day of.
That's incredible.
None of these have been pre-planned. They've all been. If I had like a little more time, I probably could have fine-tuned some of them a little bit better. But I think for what it was, most of them came out looking pretty good. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Would you say that I've gained your trust enough that it's time you can finally tell me your real name? I'll bleep it out. Nobody will know except me. But if you want to just whisper it real quick, I was blown away by the knowledge that
yes.
You dropped that wasn't your.
I'm surprised
real
that it's
name.
not on like a Wikipedia page. How, did you dig and try to find? You dig?
I tried and I couldn't.
I'm surprised that it's not anywhere.
So beautiful.
It means red-headed candle maker.
I'd say that doesn't quite describe you.
Ferguson is Scottish, so I'm a Scottish red-headed candle maker. Just
Beautiful.
a tad off from my real profession.
Just a little bit. Well, hey, you got time. You're not going to be playing football forever. Yeah. Reid's Candles.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Kind of like Jan's Serenity by Jan.
Serenity by Reid.
Serenity.
Oh, now who's rubbing off on who? Oh, man. All right. Here's a good, easy softball, football question for you. Last year was, in my lifetime, being somebody who's only recently turned 26 years old, the most exciting, amazing performance by a Bills team I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm so excited for this year, and I'm so excited to see how far you guys go and what you do. Do you have any thoughts you want to share with us? I know this is like a question you get a lot, but like, what are your thoughts going into the season? Who are you really excited to see perform this year on the Bills that you think is going to have an awesome year?
Yeah, so I think we're kind of just building on what we did last year. We brought a lot of guys back, as opposed to previous years where a lot of guys were coming in and learning the system. Basically, a ton of the starters came back from last year, so there's not a ton of the starters that need to be introduced to a new system. So I think that kind of gives us a step up in that regard. But guys that I'm excited to see this year, I mean, there's a handful. I mean, it's mainly just guys that have been here, like special teams guys like Jaquan Johnson at safety, Saran Neal, Medikevich. Those are the kind of guys that I hang around a lot just on special teams. But they're primed for a big year. But I mean, guys, somebody like Gabe Davis had a big year as a rookie last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably going to ball out. It's nice. We had a great year as an offense and then added Emmanuel Sanders. So be cool to see how he kind of fits into the whole system. But yeah, I mean, it's that, we got a lot of great dudes on this team that have been working their butts off this offseason. So it'll be great.
Awesome. I can't wait.
I can't answer that and not say Tyler Bass and Matt Hawk. So.
Thank you. I was hoping for Tyler Bass. I just had a great feeling about him as soon as we picked him. I said, this kid's going to go far, man.
That's my guy.
If he has anything close to the season he had last year, we're in for a good year on special teams, especially. You get a lot of football questions. You get a lot of the same questions, I imagine. What do you hope to accomplish this year? How did that win feel? How did that loss feel? It's my hope that I can use this time to ask you questions that maybe nobody else, at least in the sports world, has ever asked you before. So I had just some random questions I wanted to fire off at you. I'm sure these are things that people would love to hear more about. So
of course.
Right away, my first and number one question: how tall is your dad?
I think he's like 6'3".
You come from a tall family.
I think he's got a little bit. I think he's still got a little bit on me.
Oh, really?
My
He's even
brother's
taller than
my
you?
younger brother's taller than me, so yeah,
He's even taller than
my
you.
younger brother's taller than me, so yeah,
Is that Blake?
I think me and my dad, yeah, Blake.
That guy's in my
Blake.
DMs all the time. He wants to hang
I'm
out.
sure
Like,
he is. I
leave
know.
me alone, guy.
I believe it.
Okay. What are your top 3 SpongeBob episodes?
Oh man, I'm not gonna know the names of them, but I'll say what happened. Oh my goodness. Marching band.
Band Geeks.
Band Geeks gotta be that's top 2.
Easily.
Doodle Bob is a great one.
Oh, okay.
That's underrated. Doodle Bob. Blake, I say that because Blake and I loved impersonating Doodle Bob growing up.
Do you guys celebrate
goodness.
big plays with a little Mio Hoi Mioi?
Yes.
Little Mio Hoi Mioi?
I ripped my pants.
How about pizza delivery?
That's it. Pizza. I'm gonna take out.
Am I feeding the interview? Is this
Doodle
like
Bob,
okay?
put in pizza delivery. So pizza delivery is number 1.
Number 1. Okay.
Number 1. I can't believe it slipped my mind. Pizza delivery number 1. 2 is
Band Geeks.
Band Geeks. 3 ripped pants when they're on the beach. It's Patrick gets a butt cramp. That's not the same episode. I don't think. I can't remember. Butt cramps. So many good memories.
As soon as
I need
you
to sit
told
down
me,
a weekend, like in the off season, and we need to like stream ourselves watching the first 100 episodes that I have on DVD.
that's when I knew that we were actually going to be really good friends. When you said, because
Yeah.
I was asking for that, and I wanted that like deep into like even when I was in college, I was like, I need some place. It was before I like had a place where I knew I could like stream them all. I was like, I just in the case I'm bored one day, the internet goes out or something. I just want to have my SpongeBob on hand just in case I want to relive.
It's a great backup plan.
Yeah. How about this?
Yeah.
Favorite Christmas song?
Mariah Carey.
All I want for
Yep,
Christmas
that one.
is you.
Hands
I'm not
down.
gonna-
That's number 1, and there's not a close second. When you hear the opening jingle, it's game over.
Yo, yeah. Have you ever peed standing up?
Trick question.
Oh.
Always. That's
Huh.
a first. That's a first.
Okay. What board game are you convinced you can beat anybody at?
Ooh. I haven't played a board game in a very long time. I used to be really good at shoots and ladders.
Are you more a shoots guy or a ladder guy?
Ladders.
Ladders
Old
all day.
faithful. Is backgammon a board game?
I think it's literally like the world's oldest board game.
Okay, backgammon.
Have you ever attempted an eating challenge of any kind?
No, not like at a restaurant or anything.
How about the spiciest food you've ever had?
Oh my goodness. We had, I'll tell you this, my rookie year, 2016, the rookies took a trip to Duff's at the Eastern Hills Mall, and we got to make our own wing sauce.
They make a video of that?
They
I
did
think I
make a
remember
video.
That. Yeah.
Richie Incognito treated us to Duff's. Anyway, we got to try the other group. We got like it was like a competition. So there was like 3 or 4 groups of guys. We got to go in the kitchen, make the sauce, come back, and everybody got to try. And one of the groups made an extremely spicy batch, and it was not fun. I guess this makes it kind of an eating competition. I tried to eat like so many wings for like $100. Failed.
How'd you do? Oh no.
Failed.
Did you get
it
close?
was probably like 5 or 6 wings. They were that hot, and I was in the bathroom for 30 minutes. No amount of milk helps either.
That's what we should have done. We should have just ripped off hot ones and just been eating wings virtually for this whole time.
I don't even eat hot wings.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't do that then. All right,
Barbecue. Yeah. I'm like a barbecue. I want them to be tasty. I don't want to sweat when I eat.
I like to cry while I eat my chicken wings. I want it to hurt. What is your first pet's name? Follow up the street that you grew up on. Follow up maybe your mother's maiden name, or like if you had to like give me like 4 numbers in a row that like you associate with like a card or something. If you wanted to like give me those, that would be That'd be good. Or not, we could just skip. That's fine. We could just skip.
Yeah, the answer is
This might be another painful memory. What were the circumstances behind, and how severe was your worst hangover?
I've never been hungover.
Is that because you're a responsible drinker, or you just feel like you have this genetic gift that you don't really get hungover?
Well, I've never really gotten to that point.
Okay. That's probably good genes and being a responsible drinker.
Yeah. I'll have a few beer. I enjoy my craft beers.
Say, is there anywhere that like people who might be interested to hear your opinions on craft beers would be able to check out like a place where you do that pretty regularly?
You could check us out on After the Snap. We have stickers.
Oh, at your podcast. That's right. That you do with your brother.
Yes.
Called After the Snap. Oh,
the Dolphins player.
Right, that guy. What is the quadratic formula?
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
No. That's... Wait, A squared?
Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah, that's a quadratic formula. I think I learned in like...
Oh my goodness.
Trig like once.
Oh shoot. It's got the song that goes with it.
You learned a song too. I did too. Apparently everybody learned like a different song, but
let me see if I can.
I would not be able to tell you what it means or when I would use it, but I know it.
AX squared plus BX plus C. Is that it?
Okay. X equals negative B plus or minus radical B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Send it. I don't know what any of that means, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Who's the teammate that would probably know the correct answer to that?
I guess I'm also known for Blue Steel.
I want to say like Jake Fromm, maybe. I feel like he was a smart guy.
That's cool. You know who he is. I figured they just locked him in a closet all of last season and were like, you're not allowed to interact with the team. You're not allowed to be. You are the emergency backup guy. I hear Trey White's pretty smart.
He is. I don't know if he would know the quadratic formula. O-line guys are usually pretty smart. Probably one of the O-line. Maybe Justin Zimmer. He's a D tackle. Nate Becker, tight end, or Tommy Sweeney. He went to Boston College. That's a good school. Oh, Harrison Phillips, Stanford.
Who's the most handsome player on the team? I'll say, before you answer, I've asked this question to 20 people. Every single one of them has had the same first answer.
Matt Milano.
Yep.
Easy.
He's just got it going on, I guess.
He does.
He's a hell of a ball player, too.
He's just like Mr. Suave. You know, he just, yeah.
Reminds me of myself in
Great
a lot
dude.
of ways.
Yeah.
I look at him, I
have,
see me.
Dark hair.
Right. That's very, very kind of you to say. When I say The Office, what is the first iconic scene that comes to mind?
The first, I don't know about iconic, but the first scene that comes to mind is Michael carbo loading with his fettuccine Alfredo.
Do you not do that?
I think iconic, Jim and Pam kissing. Is that iconic?
I was watching that show when it was originally airing. My whole family.
Same. Me and my dad watched the first 2 seasons and then got them on DVD. Actually, we got like the first 3 or 4 seasons on DVD. Yeah, pretty good. It's the greatest show of all time.
I think it's absolutely a contender.
But
I feel bad for the people that don't enjoy it.
Yeah. But people, see, there's people out there that think it's like cool to hate The Office. Right?
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. It's so cool that I can call you out for enjoying something in your own time. Yeah. That makes me pretty cool. You think doing drugs is cool? You think doing alcohol is cool?
You said I was conducting the interview. Now, how much weed did you smoke?
How's being a dad? Is it like awesome?
Oh, it's phenomenal.
That's pretty cool.
She's 4 months tomorrow. It's great.
For the record, I was not the one that photoshopped my head onto the baby.
I know you weren't.
It was somebody else.
It was bound to happen.
People wrote me, multiple people DM me and said, am I going to do it before I even made my response? I said, That's probably a line I shouldn't cross, but somebody did it anyway, so yeah. Do you do autographs? Like if I were to send you something, would you sign it?
Of course.
I have a Kelvin Benjamin Bills trading card just kicking around somewhere. I'd love for you to sign it.
His wide receiver card or his tight end card?
This must have been pre-Popeye's Biscuit, so he was still a wide receiver at that time. Is it weird to see yourself like on merch and on memorabilia?
I had a couple. I think I got it twice, maybe. I had people make their own trading cards from like a picture on the internet of like me in a game or something.
That would have
and
been
they like sent it to me at the facility. Yeah, I signed it and sent it back, but they had like a little box at the bottom for a signature. But yeah, because I don't even know if I have a card. Never seen one. I don't think that I have like a Reid Ferguson football card.
I'm going to make it my mission to contact somebody to see what I can do about that. So help me God, I will get you on a trading card. Maybe I'll make like one, and it'll be like the ultra rare limited edition one. Maybe I'll make you into a Pokemon card or a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Looks like somebody is selling. It's an LSU card of a tennis complex with my signature on it for $10.
Send me the link. I'm gonna buy it.
I just Googled Reid Ferguson trading card. And then the first result is me on a picture that just says, "Thanks for looking."
That's nice.
I'm telling you, I don't have a trading card.
Man, that's some just respect.
Yeah, well, my family would be the only ones that would buy it, probably.
You know that's a dirty lie, Reid. You know that's a lie. There's people selling bootleg Reid cards right now. You're looking at them.
No.
There's a market. There's an untapped market. Sports trading cards are becoming really valuable again. If we can start our own circulation of, if there's this whole position,
an NFT.
A Reid Ferguson NFT. I don't know if I'm technically capable of doing such a thing, but
shamelessly admit I bought a Top Shot NFT and I'm still hanging on to it.
I've got a bit of funds in crypto myself. Not enough that it's worthy that anybody try to hack and steal it. It's mostly Dogecoin anyway, so let's say you're not giving legal advice, not a legal advisor,
financial advice.
No financial advice, just two pals just talking about, stuff. Crypto.
Yep.
Completely coincidental if you happen to listen to something we say and look into it. Bills fans are special for a number of reasons, one of which is we've started this awesome tradition now. It kind of pops up out of nowhere, but we have this tradition of flooding charities with donations. We saw it happen when the Bills broke the streak and the Andy Dalton Foundation donations. We saw it when Josh Allen's grandmother passed away with the Patricia Allen Fund. We saw it again this year when the Bills broke the playoff win. They just made it further in the playoffs than I had ever even been alive to see. And it was really cool that I got to be a part of that. And since then, I've been dying for football season to start again because I really want to do something similar to that. Here's what I'm thinking. I think the less forced it is, the more natural these things happen, the more grassroots they feel and are, the more successful they are. Bills fans are just the best, and they will, without question, throw money where it needs to be because we just love the good karma. We like doing the right thing. We like supporting charities. So right now, for the very first time, completely unscripted, let's pick a random charity. I'm going to throw it in the video with links that I'm going to post, and we're going to shout them out and just bombard them with attention and donations. So people who see this video are going to share it, and they're going to send a donation. So let's go as completely random as possible. Pick a state in the U.S., and we'll narrow our way down from there. Pick a random state in the U.S.
Tennessee.
There are multiple cities in Tennessee: Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, Chattanooga, Jackson. Knoxville. Okay. I've got a list of Knoxville, Tennessee charities. You like animal charities?
Any that have to do with pets.
I was just going to say. Got it. Okay, so the Young Williams Animal Shelter. I just clicked our website. They says that they are full. Like, they have, like, reached capacity of animals. So
wow.
They definitely, sounds like they could use a little help. I'm going to include a link to donate some funds in this. Let's help some animals out in a random city for no reason other than that's just what we do, because that's really cool.
Excellent.
So shout out to the Young Williams Animal Center accepting donations. Let's do it. Now that this part of my journey here on Twitter is over now, you know, I don't have anything to make at this point. I've finished my goal of 69 days. I was hoping that you could help me brainstorm some new content ideas and maybe even some new career avenues I could take. I just wanted to bounce some ideas off you and hear what you think of them. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
Okay. There's a big market for people who review things, review movies or products. I had a few ideas of things that I could review that I think people haven't done before. Bug spray. Various types of bug spray, their effectiveness, their taste.
Seems like a seasonal reviewing.
Good.
I'm not
good
sure.
Point, actually.
I'm not sure people would be watching bug spray reviews past November.
This is why I wanted to do this with you, because you got good things I didn't think of. You know what is full year? Laxatives. People take those all the time, and I don't think people know what they're getting with every single kind. There's like more organic kinds. There's more that are a little more, you know, chemical based.
I'd say go for it.
Okay, well, all right. Yeah, laxatives, sure.
Be good for the LinkedIn page.
Chapstick, I use a lot.
I do too. So chapstick would be great. Yeah. I'm classic, like black chapstick, black label, Old
Can't go
Faithful.
wrong. Mm-hmm. Do you ever actually finish one, or do you just lose them like all the time?
I have finished 2.
You actually use it so much, but you know that you've only gotten to the bottom. I think I might be exactly the same.
I have one in my locker right now that I don't plan. It's in the same spot, and I use it every day, and it's never gonna move.
That's smart.
So I plan on finishing that one.
A lot of people do movie reviews, but there's no real way to separate yourself unless you have some sort of gimmick or like an edge. What do you think about Ambien movie reviews? I stream myself watching a movie for the first time, but right before I take an Ambien, and then as the movie goes on, I just become less and less conscious of what's happening, and I sort of just begin to kind of lose my mind.
I probably wouldn't watch. I don't think I would be your target market.
Well, that sounds like a personal choice, but okay. What about selling parts of my like skin space? Like real estate is really important, but like real estate on my skin to the highest bidder. Whoever gives me, I'll get a tattoo, something that they want, like a brand or just a person that wants to pay me. I will carve out like a spot, and they could put a tattoo there.
I think that's fine.
Okay, I'll do that then. I'm gonna do it because you told me I could.
What would be the most expensive? It's got to be like a forehead.
Oh,
forehead
what would be the most valuable real estate?
Prime real estate would be forehead.
Yeah, I'd do it too. I don't care.
If somebody said, "I want you to tattoo this on your forehead," how much money?
Like 90.
For the rest of your life.
Like 90, 80, maybe $70. Wait.
It would cost more to get the tat.
Oh, I should have asked for more. Damn it. Yeah, no, I mean, realistically, if I could get myself set
Honestly,
for life, and just,
I want an
answer. And it was a condition that I wasn't allowed to ever cover it up, like I couldn't make it or like get a hairstyle.
Nope.
$100,075.
Sounds about right.
I think I could do a lot with that money, and people already don't really like to look at me anyway, so I don't think it would be that big of a deal.
You just said you tripled your following for the videos, so
that's in spite of my face. I think they get excited when they
Give
see you
yourself some
pop up.
credit.
Oh, thank you. How about I want to get a little bit more back into my creative sense, do some writing again. Writing used to be a big passion of mine. What do you think of, would you read a fan fiction about the other grandpa from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the one that didn't go on the tour? What's his story?
Probably watch I'd probably watch a short about it, but I'm not into fiction.
Do you do some reading?
A lot.
I like to read too, and I also am not a huge fiction person. I like to read autobiographies, interesting people.
Interesting.
How about you?
I am not. No, I'm more of like the Malcolm Gladwell type books.
It's like things that you can teach yourself and learn and take away from.
Yes. Yep. Sociology style. Freakonomics is one
I've
of
heard
my
of that.
favorite books that I've read. The first and the second one. Super Freakonomics. Definite recommend.
That's really cool, actually.
Yep.
Nice.
It's all on my Kindle.
I'll put the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory other grandpa story away in the maybe pile for now.
Sure. Yeah, I'd say that's.
I've got to develop a whole backstory.
There is a market for that.
I think so. Could you not see Netflix making a show about that? I was thinking about starting my own podcast. I kind of experimented a little bit earlier this year, but it's so difficult to make it your own. Like I said, you need a gimmick. What do you think about a podcast that has absolutely no video or audio recording equipment involved at all?
Just your iPhone?
No, not even that. Just a conversation between two people, and the podcast exists purely on a theoretical level. It doesn't actually exist.
I would say we are each our own hosts of many podcasts throughout our own days.
Just blew my freaking mind.
You were a podcaster before podcasts were a thing. There you go.
How about I noticed there's not a lot of demotivational speakers. A lot of people get hired to give speeches to like fire up people. I think if you're an employer and you're around too many people that are working too hard or are feeling too motivated, I can come in and just shut everything down and just be like, listen, there's so many things that are wrong with the world. Everything is out of your control. Nothing you do matters. And then I can write a book or something and sell that.
Somebody would pay.
For a demotivation. They said, listen, my employees, they work
Somebody
too hard.
would accidentally pay.
I think I could be sneaky enough
Because
about
you
it.
could like market yourself as a motivational speaker. Like you motivate people to do less work. And somebody would be like, oh, motivational speaker, I'm going to pay this guy and not even look at what you talk about. And just,
Or it could be my
show. And then you show up and you just tell people to go home.
I already got my paycheck. What do you guys want to know? What do
Exactly.
you want to work hard? Don't. Forget it.
On. Sounds like
Go
you already.
home.
Sounds like you already got it nailed down.
I think I could make it potentially as a game show host that really condemns and belittles the contestants when they get answers wrong. Sort of like Steve Harvey if he had like really severe anger issues. Or like name a round fruit and somebody says banana. Oh, sorry. I just go, you stupid idiot. A round fruit? Really? Yeah. Just get out. Get off my set. I'm done. I don't really have the body to be in any sort of athletic field. I think I could make it as a W. You made quite an impact here in Buffalo with that nice big contract. You thought I was gonna bring that up, but big contract, big $3 or $4 million contract. I don't know how any of that works. I assume you were paid in actual dollar bills in a big briefcase, or maybe like a bag with a dollar sign on it.
Yeah, they fit it in my mailbox.
Right. What about? I don't know if you're into wrestling. I think I could be
Not.
like a never.
The fake. Doesn't really excite me.
But see, this is what it was missing. That's why you didn't watch it. What about a character who's the real jerk? He's the villain. He's the heel. He's calling out you, John Cena, The Rock, whatever. Just smack talking. But I never actually make it to the ring because every time I walk up, I get injured like in a different way, like a different creative way. Pyrotechnical malfunction, or like I'm on the walk up, I get like served jury duty or like a summons to court. I'm like, oh darn it! Like I can't.
That would take some. That would take some serious planning.
I'm coming at this Sunday, and my appendix. Like I never actually have like a losing record because I've never actually made it to the ring.
You wouldn't have a winning record either.
Glass half full, glass half empty.
I'm not talking about that. You're right. That's fair.
Well, I honestly cannot thank you enough, Reid. Thank you so much again for taking the time to be here and do this with me. This was such an honor to get to talk to you a little bit and to get to spitball some ideas with you and get a preview into this season and the exciting things that we have coming up. Please, listen, I'm serious about this. When I say, like, if you need anything, you need a ride home, you need to borrow something, like, do not hesitate to give me a call. I'll be there. I got nothing else going on. I'll be happy to be there for you. And I think definitively, just to make this satisfying for the people that have been watching and for me too, do you think definitively once and for all, I can ask you, are we friends yet?
I would say if we aren't, we're on the way.
It's got to be earned, right?
Earned, not
Friendship
given.
has to be earned.
That's exactly
Message loud and clear. 169 more days of Reid videos coming your way. I will do whatever it takes. Oh God, no! I'm sorry. I'm burned out. But whatever this is, I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Friends, yes. Yeah! What if I ask you for $20? Would you give me $20?
What's your Venmo? I'll do it. You think this is a joke, Reid? You think this is a game to me?
What about
you
20
think this is
crypto dollars?
Oh, hell yeah. That's like nothing to me right now. You just don't, hopefully by tomorrow that'll be worth a lot more. I think we usually end things like this with a go Bills. So what do you say? Can we get one from you?
Go Bills.